guys, what's happening? Sorry about the late start tonight. I got home from work really late, and there was no way in hell I was going to go live at 8 o'clock. So, so I figured, maybe I should cancel, and then I was like, no, I canceled too much. So I wanted to make sure I went live tonight with you guys. And so what we're going to do is I got all my amps fired up and spent a lot of time volume matching everything. I think I got it close at least. If I have to do any final tweaks here, I can while we're live. But so and what I'm going to do is just for a super chat of any amount. It doesn't have to be a ton of money. I'm not one of those guys. Just whatever. I will shoot out. Pick two amps that you want me to put up against each other, and I have overdrive pedals. I have a couple chorus pedals. I have a Corona chorus. I have the TC Electronic. I have the Julia. I have, as far as overdrives go, I got the Grid Slammer, the Precision Drive. I even have the Tone Wheel Boost, which is awesome. Friedman Golden Pearl, the KSR Eros. I also have the Mud Killer, of course, and the Duality DX. So pick the pedals, pick the whatever, and we can shoot out the amps with different pedals and whatnot. I'll play the more simpler mixes tonight because I literally have not warmed up and played and all that today. I've been working all day, so I'm kind of tired. So I'll do some mixes with some solos and stuff. But for the most part, I want to keep them simple tonight, just to help me out so I don't sound like crap. But yeah, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. So yeah, again, for a super chat of any amount, we'll just pick an amp, a couple of amps, pick the pedals, whatever, and we'll just have some fun tonight, and it helps support the channel because God knows YouTube doesn't pay anything. So just a way for me to kind of help support the channel and give you the information that you are looking for. So I'm ready when you are. So let's say hello to some people here. We got 14. Flux, what's going on? CM079. Gabriel Sanchez, Vox Pathfinder, what's going on? No, we're never going to talk about Tweed Deluxe amps. Never. Never, ever, never, ever, never. I don't play those. I have no use for them. Gundad88, what's going on? Let's see here. JB50 Watt, what's going on? Let's see here. Say hello to everybody. I think I did. Chicago Todd, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you here. The Law. What's going on, Jamie? Came here for the Van Halen. I was like, what am I going to use for a thumbnail tonight? I'm like, I know. I've been doing a lot of Van Halen lately, so might as well do an Eddie jump. Oh, let's see here. Ooh, all right, Chicago Todd, thanks for the super chat. So he wants the Italian Job, the Red 7 versus the Mezzabarba. Oh, yeah. Let's start out with a simpler mix. I'm going to do this one with some strings in it. So let's do a couple of, a couple riffs on each amplifier. Pay attention to the screen. Everything that you need to know is on the screen. So I'm going to start it off with the Mud Killer pedal on both amps and just play some riffs, and I'll do some volume matching if I have to as well, so bear with me if I need to do that. You know how that goes. You got to fine tune some stuff. All right, 1 second. Alright, so quick differences I'm noticing between these two is the Mezzabarba seems to be slightly more open, and I'm putting Mezzabarba channel 2 up against channel 1, which is the crunch channel in hot mode on the Red 7. Now I can switch channels. Let me switch to channel 2 on the Red 7 so you can hear the difference. That has more gain and is voiced a little differently. The channels on the Mezzabarba, the two high gain channels, are almost identical, so switching channels on that won't really make a big difference, but there is a big difference between the two channels on the Red 7. So let me compare them again now that I have the Red 7 on channel 2. Okay, so that's quite a bit. I don't know what's going on with my wireless tonight. It keeps turning off, and I have to unplug it and turn it back on. And it's really starting to piss me off. I'm about to throw the damn thing through the freaking room. So anyways, yeah, so that's the difference between them. I'd say that the Red 7 Channel 2 is more aggressive than than the Mezzabarba. So depending on what you're looking for, one will, be more pleasing to you than the other, but I think they're both Okay, so I'm back. I blew a fuse. I think I have too many amps on. So, yeah, that was crazy. I blew a freaking fuse. Or I should say I popped one. So, yeah, that's what happened. I popped a fuse. So, yeah, we'll have to see how this goes. That's a first. I have never done that before. Wow. Well, I used to have, what do I have on here? 8 amps. I have 14 on right now, so that might have something to do with it. I got, 6 more amps than I used to. I might have to have somebody come out here and upgrade my box. Oh, sheesh. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'll put some of these in standby. That way, that might help. There we go. See if that works. So, like I was saying, the Red 7 red channel is definitely a little more aggressive. It's pretty compressed, but it's a little more aggressive than the Mezzabarba. But the Mezzabarba just has that really nice, smooth top end that a lot of people like as well. So, I mean, depending on what you like, go either way. Yeah, the power company must love me. Yeah, I'm sure they do, man. My power bill is insane. You guys have no idea what it costs to do this channel. It is just ridiculous how much it costs just to have this studio here and to maintain it. I don't even want to think about how much money I've spent down here. Okay, so as soon as this fires back up here, I'll do a quick. I was gonna do a mix, and then everything went to hell on me. So, all right. So that's all right. So I'll put the Red 7 back on channel 1 in hot mode. Wonder if that turned off too. I must have lost some amps. Sheesh. All right, 1 second here. Let me just play a few riffs and make sure everything's working. put these in standby when I'm done with them, because I think that's probably the way to go. Where is it? There it is. I'll leave the EVHs alone because they're a pain in the ass to put in standby because their switches are in the back. Alright, so I think that channel 1 in hot mode on the Red 7 and both of the high gain channels on the Mezzabarba are very similar. I would say that the channel 1 on the Red 7 is, there's like this, man, they're neck and neck, really. So where you're going to get the difference between these two amplifiers is, as far as tone goes, is the Red 7 has channel 2, which is completely different. It's voiced completely different. So you're going to have two very, not super different, but, you know, different channels on the Red 7. Whereas the Mezzabarba, you're going to have a great clean channel, which you don't get on the Red 7. But you also get two of, they're pretty similar channels. There's a slight difference between them in the mids. And channel 2 or channel 3 on the Mezzabarba has a little more gain. But for guys who want like two similar channels, but one for rhythm, one for lead, I mean, the Mezzabarba would be the way to go. But if you want a little more variety tonally, then I'd say the Red 7 would be the way to go, as long as you're okay with not having a clean channel. Every time I play both of these amps, they're very rewarding to play. There's a thick top end to them, and they're just really, really good amplifiers, you know. Oh, Scott Fulmar, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. He said podcast backup fund. Thanks, man. And since you super chatted, Scott, feel free to pick a couple things you want me to shoot out. I'll be happy to do it. You can pick an amp and a couple of overdrive pedals, a couple of cabs, whatever you want, and I'll do it for you, man. Thank you. That's what this is all about tonight. Again, I'm trying to, obviously, you know, it'd be ironic is I didn't pay my electric bill. Wouldn't that be funny? And that's why my power went out. This is why I need the super chats, you know. So again, if you have a request, just give me a super chat of any amount, you know, $5, 10, 50, 100, 1,000, whatever you want, and I'll do whatever your request is as long as I'm able. So let's see here. Shane Allen, Tyler Larson challenged 73-year-old Ted Nugent to a guitar battle. Nobody gonna say anything? Yeah, I saw that last night at work. I actually watched that last night. Yeah, Tyler Larson is ridiculous. So anybody that goes up against him in a guitar battle is in for it. That guy is ridiculously good. So, yeah, he doesn't look like Mr. Shredder metal guy, but he's super good. I wouldn't take him on. He'd kill me. Oh, okay. We got Germany versus England. Chicago Todd. Thank you. So Kraken against Engel. All right. I can make that wish come true. Yeah, 1 second here. Let me fire them both up. Alright, so on that one, the angle switched back, because I got it on MIDI, switched back to channel 2, which is crunch 1, which is a little thinner than channel 4. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug the MIDI switch, the MIDI cable, just for a second here, and I'll show you the difference between the two channels on the Savage. So I'm going to start with crunch 1 and then switch to channel 4, which is like the money channel on that amplifier. Yeah, that's definitely the money channel on that amplifier. It's a freaking amazing channel. I know that's Ola England's favorite channel on that amp as well. So yeah, that amp is just an absolute beast. You got a clean, and then you have a good crunch channel, and then you have the quirky channel 3, and then channel 4, which is the raging beast on that amp, and it's just really good. Really, really good channel. So I hope that helped people hear the difference between those two amplifiers. I mean, I think they're both awesome. I think that the Kraken is a little more saturated than the Savage in some ways. The Savage has definitely its own, you know, Ingles are. They got their own unique accent to the voicing on those amps, and they're just really, really good. But they're very unique, and sometimes that uniqueness doesn't work for people, you know, where I think the Kraken is a little more in the mainstream of tones. Teeny bit darker than some amps, but man, there's just something about that amp that's just really special. It's nasty. It's got a nice saturated tone, and I always love playing it. And the feel is great on both of these amps. I think the Kraken's probably a little more forgiving, though. James Duns and Scott, thanks for the kind words. Appreciate that very much, dude. Thank you so much. Yeah, Chicago Todd, that Tyler Larson thing, that was funny. Nuge, pretty cool, but too much politics and a little full of himself. But that's what people like about him, I suppose. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, some of the things that he went over in that video where, you know, Ted was like, it should be me and I'm this, and I'm just like, dude, you should never be your own hype man. That's not a good look. But hey, you know, it's one of those things, you know. JB50 says, I will see Symphony X live tomorrow. Oh, good for you, man. They're coming to this area very soon as well. I think Michael Romeo uses Fireballs live. I'll get pictures and send them to you. Thank you. Yeah, I know he uses Ingles. I don't know which Ingle, but if it's a Fireball, cool. Yeah, that guy's insane. What a great freaking player. Let's see here. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody's requests here. So, does anybody... Oh, what's up, Chris? Metal Snake, what's happening, man? Good to see you here. Okay, does anybody have any other requests for gear that they want me to shoot out? Pedals, whatever. I could shoot out chorus pedals. I could shoot out overdrives. You know, just like I said, just a simple little super chat. Doesn't have to be anything major. You know, just trying to pay my bills here. Including my electric bill, which is, I bet you my meter's outside spinning like a top right now. That's insane. Where am I? What amps do I have here on? I got the, oh, that Kraken's, I'm kind of feeling that Kraken tonight big time. Let me see what other mixes I could do. Let's do Night Terrors on the Kraken. Sorry here. All right, 1 second here, guys. Lord, this freaking, I don't know what's going on with my power tonight with the that wireless, but it keeps cutting out on me. Thank God I got it back on in just in time for the solo. Oh, goodness. All right, looking for more super chats requesting me to shoot out different things. Again, just any amount, $5, whatever. Like I said, I'm just trying to pay the bills here. I put a lot of work into this channel. I'm just trying to put a few pennies in my pocket so I can continue doing this. Yeah, that Kraken is insane. It's just such a good amp. It's just, God, is it incredible. You know, it's just so good. Love it. Trying to get this fan to turn on. Well, I've had a day. Nothing has gone right for me today. I had to do a job twice today. It's just been insane. Oh, God. Diesel. All right, here we go. Chris, Diesel versus Iconic through Diesel Cab. Ooh. Boy, you're coming up with some pretty creative requests here. All right, so Diesel versus Iconic. All right. So a $4,000 amp versus a $1,000 amp. This ought to be interesting. And then I'm going to switch to the Diesel Cab. All right. 1 second here. This is going to be fun. So, yeah, there's a pretty big difference between those two. I think the Diesel's a little softer on the top end, but it's fuller. It's definitely fuller, and it better be. You know, it's got the big old tubes in it, and 180 watts, and it's $4,000. So, yeah, I'd say that the Diesel has a bigger, fuller sound than the Iconic. But, you know, I think both of them sound really good. I could do a quick mix for you with these two guys. Let's do this one. I haven't done this one in a bit. Yeah, I'm having all kinds of weird issues tonight down here. I don't... Oh, somebody asked, Flux, what wireless am I using? I'm using the Shure, the GLX-D whatever thingy bob, and it's got the one with the pedal on the floor with the tuner in it. I've never had an issue with it until tonight. I think there's just something going on with the power tonight, and maybe that's what the deal is. I don't know. I've never had that problem before. That's really strange. It just keeps turning off on me, and I don't get it. Maybe it's just a bad cable, bad cord to it. I don't know, but yeah, whatever. All right, so let's do this mix with both amps real quick and see what we got. Okay, so there's those two. Turn that off. Yeah, it kind of. I mean, it doesn't compare to the Herbert, but I mean, it's a lot less money. I think for the money, it's a decent amp, but the Herbert, that is one big, fat sounding amplifier. That thing is just incredible. Really, really, really nice amp. Dave Rebell, thank you for the super chat. He said head to head with the smaller amps, MT15 versus. I think I got. Let me put these on standby. I don't have another fuse blowout. Let's turn that one off. Probably turn that off too. All right, let's fire up the. I haven't even dialed in this. I haven't played this Mark 525 in a long time. So let's get back to the Mesa cab. And the Herbert is home turf on the the diesel cab too, so that definitely made a difference. But still, their Herbert's obviously a better amplifier. I'd be crazy if I said otherwise. Let me see what this Mark 525 sounds like. I haven't touched this thing in months. Wow. That sounds pretty freaking good, man. I seriously have not played this in a very, very long time. It's in the Mark IV mode. And turn the presence up just a hair. So, hang on. Damn, that thing packs a freaking punch, especially for a little 25 water. Let's see how it compares to the MT15. Let's have a little mini amp shootout here real quick. So I'd say the Mark 525 is more focused, and the MT15 is a little more spread out, so that a little bigger, less focused sound. So depending on what you like, but I'm still surprised every time I plug into that Mark 525 how good it sounds. Yeah, so if you like that focused Mesa, tone, that Mark tone, I mean, the Mark 525 definitely has it. My effects are a little loud tonight. I had them adjusted for something else, so I'm going to turn them down a bit. All right, so yeah, both of them are great. I'd say the Mark or the MT15 is a little more. I hate to use the word likable, but it's just easier to like because it's not as specific. People that like that specific tone that the Marks have, I mean, they're going to go for that, and I don't blame them. I mean, it's a great sound. It's very sculpted and focused. Where the MT15, I mean, that thing just, I mean, it's in my opinion, the MT15 is probably, if not the best mini amp, it's got to be top 5 at least. I mean, if that's not on everybody's top 5 list, man, you're missing out because that is one hell of an amplifier. James Dunn, thank you very much. Rev versus Red 7. Ooh, that's a nice one. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let me shut these off. The ones that I'm not using, I'll shut them off so I don't have to worry about a power situation here. There we go. So Red 7 versus Rev. That's going to be something because they're both really thick, juicy amps. So let's see what we got. 1 second. Wow, there's a pretty damn big difference between these two. Let me switch the Red 7 over to channel 2, and I'm comparing it to Rev's purple channel. Man, that Rev has sounded good tonight. Holy crap. Hang on, guys. All right. Yeah, there's quite a big difference between those two amplifiers. I mean, the Rev's definitely going to be more fully featured because you got 4 channels. You got a clean, a classic rock channel, and then 2 high gain channels. You also get all the 2 notes built in stuff. That amp, and then you get a lot of different voicing switches on the amplifier as well. You know, it has its own load box, so you don't need to bring a cab to a gig. You could just run it straight into front of house without having to use a load box. I mean, there's a lot of features with that amplifier. That's literally, on this shelf, that's the kitchen sink amp. It's got everything that you could possibly want, you know, and it sounds incredible. You do have some great features with the Red 7 that I described earlier. It's MIDI. It's got some switches and knobs on it as well. It's got bright switches, and it's got the hot switch on channel 1 to get you in higher gain territory, and it definitely has its own sound. These are 2 very unique sounding amplifiers, too. They definitely both have their own voicing, you know. So, yeah, I think that's a good shootout there. I'm starving. I haven't had dinner. Like I said, I worked my ass off today. Let me switch guitars, and I'll do a mix on these. Gotta slow down here. Get a little rushy and I start dropping stuff. Let me see how these fare in a mix. This will be interesting. Maybe I can do 3 shots and a chaser. That'll be interesting. Hang on a second here. Okay, so that was channel, the purple channel on the Rev and channel 2 on the Red 7. Now channel 2 on the Red 7 is a little more aggressive than channel 1, but it's channel 1 is just really thick. So let's go back to channel 1 on hot mode, all right? And because the thing that I love so much about the Rev Mark III is that thickness. It's just very beefy. And it has tons of gain, and the feel on that amplifier, I feel very supported when I play it. Not saying that I don't feel, supported on the Red 7. I still feel that way on that too, but there's some good magic here in the Rev for sure. But I mean, both of these amps, I mean, how do you pick, right? How do you pick? They're both great. So let's shoot out the thickest channel on the Red 7 against what I think is the best rhythm channel on the Rev, which is the purple channel, and just see what they got. Man, I feel like I bumped a button or something, or a knob or something on my pedals because they sound weird tonight. Oh well, I'll have to fix that later. Yeah, but they both sound really unique. That was a good shootout, James. That really was. That was really interesting. I'm a fan of both of these amps too, you know. And that's the thing, like when you're trying out amps, you got to give your ears a minute to acclimate to each amp, because especially if they sound super different, it might be jarring a little bit at first, but then once you acclimate, you're like, oh man, I really like this, and I like both of these amps very much. I mean, they're incredible. All right, I am in dire need of food, so I'll be on another 5 or so minutes with you guys. So if you have any final requests, questions, or anything like that, I'll be happy to help you out best I can. Sorry if I missed some comments. You know, kind of busy, you know, doing all the stuff. So, spinning plates. Flux, hate to say it, but the Red 7 just flattened the rev. I mean, if that's like, and that's the thing, it's very subjective. So, if that fits your taste better, then definitely get one of those. If the rev fits your taste better, then get one of those. I think they're both incredible. I mean, that's what's so nice about having them both, is like I don't have to pick. Whatever I'm in the mood for, I come down here, I fire it up, and I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. And I'll tell you, that happens to me like from one night to the next. I can prefer an amp over another one just based on what I'm craving that day, and I don't even know what I'm craving. Sometimes I just turn on an amp, and it just sounds perfect to me, and I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome, you know. So it's awesome. I love having all these. Oh, I have a James Dunn. I want to make a shake. I have a green shake, you know, for all you health nuts out there. I mean, this is my dinner. Well, kind of. I got to eat some real food after this because I'm trying to lose 20 pounds and I'm trying to do what I can, but this shake stuff isn't really working for me. Definitely an interesting combination of stuff in there. Joseph Butler, Red 7 seems fatter, bolder and angrier. Rev seems more polished and pleasant, but still gainy. Yeah, there's a lot of great gain in the Rev, and you're right, it does seem a little polished, a little more polished. So depending on the channel that you're shooting out between these two amplifiers, I feel like the fattest channel on the Red 7 is channel 1. And all the channels on the Rev are fat. I mean, that's just one big fat amp. I mean, it's just incredible how thick it is, you know. But let me see if I missed anybody here. I don't want to miss anybody. Well, guys, thanks so much for all the super chats and for hanging out with me tonight. Again, this is a little off the cuff. I literally didn't even have time to plan an episode tonight because I've been working all day, and I work hard in the sun. So like when I get home, I'm usually just dead tired, and I almost didn't go live tonight, but I didn't want to miss out on hanging out with you guys. So I just figured, you know what, I'll fire up all these things, and we'll just have some fun shooting them out, and you know, just enjoy some mixes and whatnot. And I need to hang out with you guys at least once a week, or else I seriously miss hanging out with you guys if I don't do it. So I'm like, I'm doing this tonight. I have to. I need to hang out with some people and have some fun. So, Charles Wagner, what's going on? Two worlds, wedge and salad. The wedge salad was the key to my weight loss. That's straight up dry fasting. wedge salad. Oh, wow. Lost 110 pounds. Awesome. Yeah, I'm doing cardio every morning. I'm doing, obviously weightlifting. Yeah, I do cardio 30 to 45 minutes every morning. And protein shakes. I mean, this is a smoothie. It's really good, actually. It's good, but you know how it is. I mean, you got to eat something. So I eat a lot of protein. I need about 215 grams of protein a day. It's a lot. And a lot of chicken breast, broccoli, veggies, stuff like that. I'm just trying to get back down to 200 pounds. I'm at 218 right now. And I need to get back down to my old fighting weight, man. I used to be in better shape, and I'm 53 now, so I'm trying to... when you get your 50s, man, it really catches up to you quick. I mean, I walked down the ice cream aisle and gained 5 pounds now. It's, like, ridiculous. So, yeah, I'm heading towards my mid-50s, so I got to get this under control, or else it's going to be a huge uphill battle, and I don't want to deal with that. So, wedge, I don't even know what a wedge salad is. What does wedge mean? Sorry, I'm kind of out of it. Let's find out what Charles means by a wedge salad. Never heard of wedge. Wedge. We're about 20 seconds behind on the chat, so I'll see it in a second here. Dead air. Yep, I'm going to have a bunch of chicken tonight. I got to get caught up on my protein, so and you know what else is good? Squash spaghetti noodles, like spaghetti made out of squash. There's hardly any calories or carbs in it, and it tastes really good. You put some marinara sauce on it, and you can get this all-natural marinara sauce at Costco. It's got like 5 ingredients in it, and it's really low in calories and carbs as well. And it tastes incredible, and I really like that a lot. Okay, a head of iceberg lettuce cut into quarters. Oh, okay. Well, that's simple enough. Okay, good to know. I'll have to give that a shot too, because I definitely can eat some salads. I mean, I can eat whatever I want. Chicago Todd says, my wife is funny. She orders these salads and basically eats the toppings and leaves the rest of the lettuce. That's funny. Charles Wagner, no cheese, vinegar, and a touch of ghee with cashews and almonds and anchovies. Ooh, I don't know about the anchovies, but ghee is good. I like ghee. Cashews and almonds. No cheese. Okay. Huh, thank you. Yeah, I'll give that a shot too, man. I'm all about... I have a calorie app called Carbon on my phone, and I just load in all the stuff I eat every day, and I'm starting to finally get it down. I had too much fats, so I had to switch from chicken thighs to chicken breast, and I mean, I prefer thighs, but whatever, but I'm hoping to lose all this before I go to NAM, but I don't know if I'm gonna. It's a tall order. 18 pounds doesn't come off fast when you're in your 50s. But let's see, Vox Pathfinding just got back to this live stream, and the topic is keto dieting. No, I did keto last year, and I didn't care for it. Anchovies are keto, baby. Yeah, you could definitely eat anchovies on keto. I tried them once, and I didn't really care for them, but yeah, I mean, the wedge salad idea, that's cool. I could deal with that. Christopher says, best diet ever. Substitute beer and scotch. Hell yeah, man. You feel good all day, don't you? Beer and scotch. They do say don't drink your calories, but... What do I got here? All right, so let me end the live stream with one more song. Which amp do you guys want me to play? The first response is the amp I'm going to play. I'm going to do one more song, and then I got to get some food in me. My wireless hasn't turned off yet, again. I probably just jinxed it, but... Yeah, Charles, I got really good at keto. I was making keto pizzas. Oh my God, my keto pizza was to die for. It was so good. I made it for friends, and they didn't know I didn't use real dough. I used cream cheese and mozzarella cheese, and they were like, "What?" Yeah, my keto pizzas were insane. They were so good. So freaking good. Tech Death Hippie, what's going on, man? Diesel? I think Tech Death Hippie came on with the Diesel first. Alright, Diesel it is. I gotta fire it back up. Look at you, man. Making me turn on my amps again. What the hell? Surprised no one picked a Badlander tonight. Oh well. Alright, so let's turn some of this stuff off here. Alright. Diesel. Alright, hang on a second here, fellers. Let me mute the mic. Well, I have to adjust this Rev G8 or turn it off during some of my solos because it kept cutting me off and I got screwed up. Oh well, yeah, I gotta make some adjustments. I had it adjusted for a different amp the other day, so each amp has, each amp has a little more or less noise than the next. So every time I switch amps, I gotta make some fine tuning on that. And with solos, definitely need to back it off a little bit so you got some sustain. So every time I lose sustain, I look down and I feel like I don't know, whatever. Anyways, fun times. Thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it very much. Yeah, Vox Pathfinder definitely does have a docking feel. Yeah, that was what I was going for on that song. So yeah, I'm glad you noticed that. Thank you. Tech Death Hippie favorite tone. Yeah, I mean, the Diesel Herbert is ridiculous. It's a great freaking amplifier. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Chicago Todd, is that the technique you got from Steve? Yes, that little tappy thing. Yep, I learned that from Steve, Steve Shaheen, and took me weeks. Took me like, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks to get that tight, and it's not easy. It's not easy at all. You got to practice that every day, or else you'll lose it. And obviously, I have not been practicing because all I do is work in the summer. So, yeah. Tech Death. Love that diesel tone you get. Yeah, I do too. Thank you. James Dunn. Thank you so much, James. I appreciate it. Glad you guys enjoyed this. Well, I got to get some food. I am fading. I'm seriously, I feel like Michael J. Fox right now when he's on stage and he's fading. I am really losing it right now. I got to eat. So I haven't eaten in like 6-7 hours. All right, guys. Well, God bless you. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Sorry about all the technical difficulties tonight. It was kind of weird when the fuse blew, but well, every day's a gift, and thank you so much for spending part of yours with me. And I got some new episodes coming out very soon, so hope to see you on one of those, and we will catch you all next time. Everybody, enjoy your evening.